Good afternoon, everyone. Laura Barker here with my cohort in crime, Dotty Scott, for our regular Wednesday dose of tips about something. And this week, it's tips about LinkedIn because there are some cool new features happening on LinkedIn that we thought y'all might want to know about and that you can actually implement today. So, how does that
Yes,
sound? What do you think, Dottie?
I think we should roll with it,
Let's do it.
Laura.
All right. You found a cool thing. Why don't you go ahead and share?
So
Okay.
on my profile, I went down to my activities tab and I selected my newsletter to be the default. The reason I did
What
this,
do you mean by that?
it
Like,
means that
well,
this is what shows up when somebody comes to my page. They
tell me.
don't click on posts or any of these other ones.
I want to clarify this for folks because it was not obvious to me until you pointed it out. And I really appreciated that for sure. What this means is that when anyone goes to Dottie's profile and scrolls down to the activity section, they are going to see at first only her newsletters because that's the selection she has made. So her most recent newsletter will be right in there, which is fabulous. People can, as you pointed out, of course, select to see your posts, your comments, etc. So you want to look at your own profiles and think, what is it that I want highlighted? Am I posting? Don't want to see that. Go ahead, Dottie. You have something to say. I can tell.
The reason I switched this is because I was listening to a LinkedIn expert who was talking about newsletters and mentioning that she had a friend of hers who has somewhere around 50,000 followers of the profile, but he has over 100,000 subscribers to his newsletter.
Yeah,
And the reason for that is because this button right here will say subscribe if you're not subscribed. So someone could come to your profile and see what you're writing about and want more information on that and go ahead and subscribe whether they're connected to you or not.
absolutely. And also, scroll up for me on your profile, will you?
To where?
I just want to see where we're at the top. Okay. Yeah. Now scroll back down just a little bit. Keep going. So what I was looking for is to see where your activity section was in relation to featured and about. And what I want to point out, so this is another little cool thing that they have done, which is they have moved your about section more to the top of your profile. If it hasn't happened on your profile yet, it will. It's coming. This is just one of the changes that they are making and rolling out in phases. So what this means is that more people will actually see your about section because they aren't going to have to scroll down to see it. And then they're more likely to click on it, see more, just because it's right there and easy. They haven't already been scrolling and gotten worn out or whatever. So you also want to be sure that in that about section, you are using SEO mindful words. Don't stack it.
Don't overuse it.
I
No
cut it.
keyword stuff. Laura, I do have a question.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
have a vague memory that at one point we were able to actually order these ourselves. Did they take that away?
It never actually came.
I
It
could,
may still come. So maybe you got it and I didn't.
oh, that could be. At one point, I was able to tell it what order I wanted these blocks in,
Yes.
and I can't seem to find that anymore.
I think that they beta tested it and scrapped it.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. I don't, who knows what people were doing, but
Well, I will
apparently
stop
they didn't
there.
like it. Okay. But apparently LinkedIn did not care for whatever was happening with that beta.
Now, I have a question for you.
Yes, ma'am.
I've recently been brought to my attention that LinkedIn has something called a service page,
Yes.
which you pointed out I have, and I didn't even know I had it.
Yes.
Tell me what the service pages do, why I need to go in and edit mine, and all of that.
Absolutely. So let me go back to the LinkedIn page. Great. So you're seeing this. Now, notice how she has claim your SEO webinar spot right here as her link in her intro section. So you can actually choose to have custom buttons for that option. And since I can't edit yours, I'll just go to mine. All right. So here is my services. You'll see. And I can click show all. Where's my, and now we're on my service page. And what's really cool about this is that you can have that button that I was talking about just a moment ago take people to this page. And that link, that button will follow you around on your posts and your comments. So you want to come down here and make sure your page is showing what you want it to show. Get it in good shape before you switch the button out. And you'll see right now I've got a guidebook. If this is my hyperlink right now, but I'm going to go into my little edit feature over here and you'll see this menu. This is what shows up. And notice as we scroll down and scroll down all the way down, we have this custom button option. So you click edit custom button. And what I have right now is the link. And that's how that looks. I can put the URL in there and then I can put the text that I want displayed. Or I could choose none. But I can also choose a premium custom button and I could choose request services or any of these others. Visit my store, visit my website, folio, my blog, book an appointment, request services. Let me just give you the suggestion that as tempting as book an appointment is, no one will book with you this way. So I would not recommend that one. But the request services is not a bad one at all. You can make your own decision about whether these others are appropriate for you. But what's really cool, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to change mine to request services and save. We always save and then we exit the post. You will see that button that says request services along with your name and your headline whenever you are posting or commenting on LinkedIn.
Perfect.
Does that make sense? I hope.
So I will get my services pages to actually say what I do. I don't know
Yes.
where that came from. And then see about doing that.
All right.
Laura, I do want to say something.
Please.
I will soon be in another book, Content Entrepreneur. We've got all of these different people, and my name is right there.
Well, there.
So
Dotty,
this is coming out in about a month. If there's anybody interested in starting a content-based business, this is everything you need to know.
I'm going to get it because, for one, whatever Dottie puts out there, I am buying in because she is so ridiculously helpful and always over delivers. And if she says that book is going to tell me everything I need to know, that is enough for me. And the fact that she's in it. So that's even bigger bonus, right? I knew you'd been working on something. This is not your first book, though, is it?
No,
Yeah.
my actual old book came
Yes.
out last week. I was so
Oh.
excited. It went to bestseller on Amazon. And
Yeah.
that's all about visibility. It's 15 strategies you can use to increase your visibility online. And
That's
it's an itty bitty book, which means you could probably read the whole thing in an hour or less.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So
I have it. I have it. So I
yeah,
knew about that already. And it is every bit as useful as you might imagine it to be.
I
Dottie.
wanted to drop another little tip.
Please do.
This is something that I learned actually just yesterday. I was listening to a podcast by Mike Stelzner. And if you are ever wondering what your target market is thinking or the language they use, like you want to get out of your jargon for your business and your marketing, and you want to really relate to the people that are actually using and consuming your content, go to Amazon or Barnes and Noble or whatever online bookstore you want. Search for your target market, whatever that is, and look at books that have been published. Obviously, they're not going to be your books, just any book on the topic, and read the comments, because that's what real people are saying about that topic.
I love that, Dottie. And I have something to add to that. So, another place to find the real language of your target audience. What are they complaining about? Reddit is one of them.
Yes.
Go to Reddit search on your topic or what your audience, whatever, and you will really get an eyeful of what people are upset about. I can promise you they are telling you what their pain points are, even if they won't tell you directly in a direct message. Oh, everything's good. Get them on Reddit. Nothing is good. So that's been a fun resource for me. Another good place, of course, is what used to be Twitter, but X. They also love to complain over there. I'm sure they do other things too, but I'm not a big fan. But I
Yeah,
don't mind to see what other people are saying. So those are some good places, and the Amazon reviews, gold, pure gold. Because let me tell you, in those reviews, they will tell you if it was good or bad, and they will tell you why.
yeah,
Like it didn't solve their problem, and then they'll tell you what their problem was.
and it's the why that you wanna
Yes.
really pay attention to.
Absolutely, absolutely. You know what? We're coming up on time once
It goes
again.
so fast.
I know, 15 minutes. So I hope that in these 15 minutes, you're going to go and update your service pages, decide on what button you want to follow you around.
And if
You
you're
know,
doing a
step-
newsletter, turn that on.
yeah, man, turn it on, get those subscribers up. Absolutely.